Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and you are going to find these videos back on the Cajun Cardboard channel for the time being. We're working through some things. I don't know if these PWCC weekly recaps are going to continue. I know a ton of you guys in the hobby really like these, but we'll see. Some decisions need to be made and some things need to be worked out with PWCC, and we'll see if we can keep doing these for you guys. I've decided to go ahead and do one this week and just kind of go from there. So anyway, this is a PWCC Weekly number 52 recap. These are the auction items that ended last night on January 15th. Today is early morning, January 16th. It's MLK Day. So congrats to those of you who don't have work today. I came in here to shoot some videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day. Watch some really good NBA basketball that's on. Don't forget it's on midday and they keep cranking. It's almost like a Christmas Day deal where they have a bunch of games lined up. So it's really cool. The NBA always does a great job of promoting and raising awareness for MLK Day. And so let's get cranking. We're looking at the top 96 cards that sold last night on PWCC Weekly Auction number 52. So that's one a week for 52. So this is the 1 year anniversary of the PWCC Weekly Auction opening. And we got some mixed results as always. Not everything's up, not everything's down. I can't look at every single card. I know you guys wish I could, and I wish I could. But I'll say this, there was a lot of cards I couldn't pass up. So I've got about 20 to 25 cards pulled up in Card Ladder. So I'm going to talk fast. We're going to get cranking. I have not had an energy drink. So if I'm talking too slow for you, wink, wink, let me know in the comments. But I'm glad to be back on the Cajun Cardboard channel with these PWCC weekly recaps while we work out some stuff with Luka Nation Network and PWCC and myself. We will get it straight, I promise you guys. So let's get cranking. Screen share. Here we go. Card number 96 is John Morant, who had a jaw-dropping dunk the other night in an NBA game where he brought it below his nuts and then dunked it looking straight down at the rim. I sent a text to my good friend Coach Pixley, who does the NBA past and present show with me on Cajun Cardboard channel, and I said, look, you've always said Westbrook and Derrick Rose were the two most athletic guards in the history of the NBA. John Morant's the most athletic guard in the history of the NBA. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. I watched a highlight reel. Sometimes we get desensitized because we're seeing the same types of things every night, but he's my vote number one. Rose and Westbrook somewhere in there, and there's obviously some other names that we could go to as far as point guards go, but Morant's my number one. Just fearless, and we just hope the little guy stays in one piece long enough. But so far, so good. He's doing a pretty good job of sort of staying together and playing some games here. We got a select courtside gold prism Curry for $2,400, $2,520 for SGA, who picked up a big win last night against the Nets. I decided to bet a parlay on FanDuel last night, and it was like a 7-leg parlay. I hit everything. Giddey did everything he needed. SGA did his job, and I had freaking Kyrie Irving to score 20 points, and he decided to have the worst game of his career, and it was not an accident. That guy, Lugens Dort, I give him a bunch of crap on my channel. That dude is an absolute monster. I literally think he could have played in one of those NFL playoff games and played linebacker earlier in the day and then gone over to play for the Nets. He might have snuck in an NFL game, played middle linebacker, and not been noticed because he's about 6'4", 240, and he is just a damn animal. And he face guarded Kyrie, and he sucked all night. So thanks, Kyrie, for screwing up my bet. It's another reason for me not to like you. This is an interesting one. This is the first card we're going to look up. I love this card. I really like the fact that it was before green became real prevalent. So this is the 2017 Tatum Green Prism PSA 10. It sold for $2,520. But look closely. You see these spots down here, these discolorations? I worry if maybe that's the card touching the slab from swelling or some kind of moisture or something like that. I've been through this with a couple of my Prism cards. Specifically, the 2017 and 2018 Prisms had a tendency to kind of go convex, I guess is the word. The card tends to go convex inside the slab depending on where it's stored and whatnot. But I see some spots and some discolorations. It went for $2,520. Let's look at the chart. It's down a little bit from the last one, 3,000. So down about 500, down about 100 from 2 comps ago, a couple weeks ago. So $2,520 is what it sold for. But this is what I'm talking about. It's a Pop 170, and using this badass card ladder feature, you can see the gem rate for that card with PSA was almost 50%. And anybody who's got one of these has probably tried to grade it, so I'm guessing there's really not that many of these greens printed. I know people like to guess at the print runs of the various years' Prisms. The one thing we know about Prism print runs is they go up every single year. We know that. But 170 PSA 10s, that's not a lot for the color match. And I'll be honest with you, this kind of appeals to me more than the silver. Let's look at that real quick, just out of curiosity. Green is 170, and it sold for 2,500. Silver is, God, look at all those variations. Silver is 782 and sells for about half, a little bit less than half, but silver seems to be running a little bit over the last 2 weeks. What's silver done over the last 6 months? I'm just curious. So silver's about an 1,180 card. Tatum's awesome, man. Tatum's doing great things, but this just goes to show you how many fewer greens were printed than silvers. So that Tatum, maybe those spots had something to do with it. I don't know. Let's see where the next one sells. I'm sure another one will come along. There's 170 of them. Some weirdo Eminence All-Star 1 ounce serial number to 10 silver bar whatever encased Curry sells for $25.20. That's just a weird card. Does not interest me in any way, shape, or form. It's got one of those, it is pretty cool that it's got that sort of gold Sharpie autograph on the black backdrop. That part is pretty cool, but there's too much going on for me. I'm just not digging it. Right next to it, we've got about the best card, one of the best cards you can find for Carmelo Anthony, right? So it's his rookie year, exquisite collection, first year exquisite, limited logos. You guys know how I feel about these, even though I sad teardrop emoji do not own any of them. But this is a great, great patch for Melo, back from his Nugget days when he used to dominate. It is a BGS 7, which probably turns off some newer collectors. Older collectors, more savvy collectors are going to look past that grade and recognize the relevance and importance of this badass Carmelo card, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, by the way. Sells for $2,500. I don't know how that could sell for $2,500. When a sticker PSA 9 John Morant pop 400,000 autograph card sells for almost the exact same price. Makes no sense. We've got a beautiful, although the label's loose. Did this have an effect on the price? I don't know. You tell me. You guys can weigh in on the comments, but it looks like a good picture. With this card and the Dunkin' Go Nuts Jordan, we're going to look at that one in a second too. Those transparent cards. The key is the yellowing. Is it yellow? Is it clear? I don't know. It depends on the picture. It's going to be the tale of two cards that we're about to see when we get to the Dunkin' Go Nuts. But this titanium looks pretty good to me. It is a Gem Plus. It's got a 10 for centering and a 9.5 for the others. It's sold for $25.20. This is from the great, of course, Metal Universe product that you guys know, and this is what I'm talking about. Look at the picture. If you didn't know anything more about this card, you'd look at the picture and be like, oh, that's a cool black Jordan card. Well, it's not. It's clear. It's just the way that you take the picture changes the way that the card looks. Like if you go to PSA 10, well, that looks black too. Maybe Card Ladder used all the black. There's one. So the BGS 9 doesn't even look like the same card. There's the 9. There's the 9.5. Doesn't even look like the same card, but we're looking at the 9.5. It sold for $25.20, which is, that one's been on a little bit of an uptick lately. The card got as low as $18.90 in November. Then it jumped to $21.75, $2,500, $25.20 again. So that one's on a good trajectory. Good to see. And I'll say this, I missed out on a couple cards that you're about to see. And I've missed out on some Jordan cards in the past 3 weeks that I did not expect to lose on eBay and in the PWCC Weekly Auction. So there's something going on with some of these high-grade Jordan inserts. We're going to give it some more time, create a little bit larger sample size, and then make some conclusions. But I'm losing cards that I didn't think I was going to lose, and it's been a while since I can say that. Normally I'm getting whatever I want when I pay at or near comps because cards have been coming down. We're seeing some losers. Cajun's losing some cards that he doesn't like to lose. And so that's a great sign, I guess, for the market that it's starting to pick back up, at least in certain niches or niches. I hate saying that word. I need to stop using it. 96 Platinum Medallion Kobe. This is a rookie card. Brilliant looking card. 2,520 as well. The Ewing sticker PSA 10 sells for $25.20. It's hard not to look up all the 86 Fleer, but I only looked up a couple. Ewing's right on the number. Nothing to see here. $25.20, $2,800, $3,100, $24.14. It's technically up 4% over the last 2 weeks. We know, Fleer's not Most Fleer, we're about to see an anomaly and an outlier, but most 86 Fleer is not doing great over the last 6 months to a year to 2 years. But the Ewing sticker, no exception, down 30%. The card was up as high as 4,000 in just like 4 or 5 months ago in September, 4 months ago, and now it's at 25.20. So that one's tanking. It's 76, man. Pop 76. If you want the whole set, you got to have that Ewing. Donovan Mitchell, National Treasures white box. Not going to talk much about the white and the black boxes. 26.40 on that one. Kobe Bryant Golden Touch. We see a Jordan Golden Touch coming up. We're going to look at it as well. Kobe goes for 26.40. And my guy, Antoine Walker, the biggest guy with the teeniest, tiniest steps. When this guy ran, it was like his feet never left the floor and he just kind of tiptoed and slithered across the floor. Loved to shoot the three ball despite not being very good at it. This is a 1997 Metal Universe Championship PMG. Rare card, epic set. That 97 Metal Universe Championship set was awesome. Always had the backdrop of the cities behind, so there's Boston in the background. It's got that scope pattern back there. Serial number to 50, which is unique in and of itself from 90s cards. Unfortunately, it's Antoine Walker. I'm just kidding. Congrats to the buyer of this card. 26.40 for that Antoine Walker card. Pretty cool pickup right there. Did you ever think we'd see Twan in the top 100 on the PWCC Weekly? This is actually a really good looking LeBron from downtown Cavaliers PSA 10, 27.60. That's from Panini Studio, which thankfully was discontinued because there was already too many products, and that was a trash one. 97 Skybox Premium. So we saw the Kobe. Here's the weird deal. Kobe sells for 26.40. Jordan sells for 27.60. That's not something that we see every day. Usually Jordan has a much higher premium over Kobe. I'm starting to see some negative results on BGS 9 cards. I'm seeing BGS 9 cards not doing great. 9.5s are, doing their thing, but BGS 9s are taking a beating lately. This is no exception. Look at this Jordan, 27.60. Guys, in August it sold for 45.60, so it's down, what is that, 1,800 just in 5-6 months. It's only a pop 41, and if you're trying to find it in a PSA 10, it's a 10. If you're trying to find it in a 9.5, it's a 4. So 9 is a damn near, and trust me, I know because I'm waiting for the 9.5 or the 10, and I'm going to make a run at it. This is a big card for me. So I know that it's a very low pop card. You're talking about 14 gems in the world. BGS 9 is the next best thing, and there's only 41. This card should not be going down this much, but it is what it is. The card was $6,000 about 15 months ago. So that's an interesting sale and a great pickup for the buyer. I really love this pickup last night from the buyer's perspective. Congrats to whoever got that. Here's an arbitrary serially numbered to 3 Anthony Edwards flawless autograph, no patch, just the auto, 28.80. It's in one of those little cases that the card is pulled in from Flawless. That's the Amethyst parallel. Never heard of it. Horizontal, John Morant, Colossal Patch Auto, serial number to 25 from National Treasures. It is technically a rookie card. It's a pop 1, none higher in PSA 8. So pretty rare card there. 28.80 for that job. A LeBron Debut Ink Auto, 28.80 in PSA 10. The Mailman sells for 28.80. Of course, one of the many Hall of Fame rookie cards from that 1986 Fleer set. Let's give vintage some love. And let's look up this anorexic George Gervin PSA 9 from my birth year, greatest year ever, 1974. Yes, I'm old. You can do the math. I'm not going to tell you my age. 28.80 for this Iceman Gervin card. Man, look at that white guy in the background. It's almost like he doesn't know. He's like, what am I doing out here with all these guys? Look how high they jump. I'm just going to take a look from back here, and I don't want to get hurt. The Iceman's about to actually turn this one over and hammer this on the nets, it looks like. Normally he's known for his finger rolls. He's about to yam this one, but let's look it up. 28.80 for that Iceman. Where am I? Here I am. Right on the number. Nothing surprising there. 27.50 last one. 28.80 for that one. Of course, the big jump you guys know is when you get the PSA 10. There's 4 of these bad boys. The gem rate's like 0.26%. So 1 out of 400 submitted gem. That's a pretty low gem rate, even by Jordan standards. The gem rate for Beckett is a nice, cool never. So never percent and 0.26%. And so for that reason, that's the best you can do. PSA 9 is what's left if you don't want to pay 30 grand for an Iceman card. And so that card does about what we expected. Down 20%. Again, people think vintage is just like weathering the storm and actually flourishing. It's not. Vintage basketball, at least, I can say. It's not flourishing. It's not doing great. But that Gervin does about what it's supposed to. Another great mellow with another bad grade. This is the 2003 Exquisite Collection. This is his Exquisite Rookie Patch, right? Another great patch, serial number to 99. 3,000 for this one. Honestly, I like the limited logo better. I think it was a BGS 7 as well. Maybe it was an 8, but I think it was a 7 also. I like the limited logos just from the look of it. I do get it that this is sort of recognized as his true rookie or whatever. 3,000 for that mellow. And here's the orange parallel of the Dunkin' Go Nuts card. Serial numbered to 49, just like Prism's always been. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a parallel. It's just an absolutely yellow, disgusting BGS 9.5 that somehow got a 10 for centering and a 9 for surface. This is what you don't want your Dunkin' Go Nuts card to look like. So just FYI. The card sold for $3,000. I want to see if the horrible yellowing affected it. Not really. It sold for right about what the last few have sold for. Maybe somebody thought it was the gold parallel. I don't know. Pop 128 in BGS 9.5. This is a card, believe it or not, this is a card where the 9.5 is almost like a 9. And the reason I say that is, and a lot of people won't recognize this, these cards grade impeccably. The Dunkin' Go Nuts grades in an amazing way. And let me show you what I mean. It's a 55% gem rate with Beckett, 33.5% gem rate with PSA. And you guys know that when I do these Explore the Card episodes every Friday, if you're not watching, subscribe and watch those. Hit the bell icon for notifications. We talk about percentage gem rate all the time. Card Ladder's made it real easy for us to check those right now with various grading companies, even SGC and CSG. But a 55% gem rate on a Jordan 90s insert is absolutely unheard of. And so the reason I say the BGS 9.5 is really like a BGS 9 or a PSA 9 is because look how many BGS 10s there are. There's 29 BGS 10s. There's 2 BGS 10 black labels. And so that's kind of like the gem and that's kind of like the mint, if you know what I'm saying. So that's just my kind of take on it. That's why that card's not crazy valuable. It's also not the most rare insert. It's just really visually appealing and eye-catching. And I own the card myself in a BGS 9.5, but mine's crystal clear, unlike this yellow one that sold last night. Great rookie parallel patch auto for LaMelo, 2020 National Treasures, serial number to 75, pop 3, just 3 higher, PSA. It's a PSA 8, just 3 higher. 3120 for that horizontal mellow. Spectra doesn't get the love in the hobby that I think maybe it should. I'm not saying it's the greatest product out there, but some of the Spectra where they don't try to do too much looks really good. In this gold, I think this looks like a really good card. 3-color patch, Ja Morant, rookie, serial number to 10, autograph patch, pop 1, just 2 graded higher. The Doncic dribbling variation, serial numbered, not serial numbered, but PSA 9, 3120. Here's a very rare Hakeem Olajuwon card. Hakeem's got, I think, I can't remember if we saw an 86 Fleer PSA 10 coming up, but this is a Star Rubies from 1997 Skybox Premium. These are super hot lately amongst set collectors. There's a lot of 90s parallel set collecting going on out there in the very high-end world. We saw it with the Antoine Walker. My guess is that's not an Antoine Walker super collector. My guess is that's a championship PMG set collector, but maybe I'm wrong. And then I think the same with this Olajuwon. This may be an Olajuwon collector. Comment below if you bought the Olajuwon or the Antoine Walker. I shouldn't guess, but if I had to bet, I would bet this is also probably a set collector trying to put that Star Ruby set together, which good luck with that. That's a hell of a set to put together. Serial number to 50, pop 1, 6 graded higher, grade, throw it out the window. That's just a super crazy rare card. You just want to make sure it's real. 3240 for that Hakeem. All right. Let's talk about this card. This is Alvin Adams. People are going to be like, who the hell is Alvin Adams? Number one, he's not a dope. He's better than you think. Should he have been included in the set instead of John Stockton, the biggest oversight in the history of the world of basketball? I don't know, but Alvin Adams got in the set. What makes Alvin Adams unique is Alvin Adams is the 3rd lowest population in the 1986 Fleer basketball set, and a lot of people do not know that. And here's another little surprise tidbit. Johnny Moore is not the lowest population. He's not. It's actually A drum roll, please. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess it. Jeff Malone. So Jeff Malone is the lowest population. Johnny Moore is next. Alvin Adams is third. Before we get to Alvin Adams, there is one collector out there who has more than 20 of the Johnny Moore PSA 10s. So for that reason, that's why you see that Johnny Moore price go up. Somebody argued with me the other day. Well, just because somebody has 20 of them doesn't make it more rare. Yes, it does. That if that guy is not willing to bring those 20 to the market and he is in an effort to control the market, it absolutely does make it more rare. If I told you that 20 of them were just destroyed in a fire, and yet they show up in the pop report, that would make it more rare. It's no different. We've got a gentleman out there who's decided to hoard all the Johnny Moores, and he's a diabolical, really good friend of mine who I know and love in the hobby, and I've done some really monstrous deals with him, and he's a great dude. That's just his move, and that's fine. It's interesting, but not what I would do, but it may work out very well for him financially in the long run. But nevertheless, Alvin Adams is the third lowest pop card in here, lower than the Checklist, lower than the Chris Mullin, lower than the Neek, lower than the Rolando Blackman. That's the third lowest card, and he actually wasn't a slouch. This is an A sticker. Matters to some people, not so much to me. If it's got a 10 on it, it's got a 10 on it. But let's see what the Alvin Adams did. 3,240, 3,240 for an Alvin Adams card, people. You're like, that's a lot of money for an Alvin Adams card. Really? Is it? Because the damn card sold for $18,600 one time. So you're buying the card for about 1/6 of, or 1/5, 1/5.5 of what it once sold for. Yes, this Alvin Adams card on your screen once sold for $18,600. That's how bananas the hobby was. And that wasn't in 2021. That's the funny part. That was in 2022. And that's part of the impetus that gave me to sell my 86 Fleer set as well. And I think mine sold somewhere right there. I think that might be mine. Let's see. Mine sold in the PWCC Weekly in May of 2022. And don't make me a liar. Did mine sell for $5,000? Did mine sell for, I think mine's one of these. I'm not sure, but wouldn't it, oh, maybe it's that one. Maybe it's the 13. I can't remember. Wouldn't it have been nice to time it and sell it for $18,600? Nevertheless, I digress. Let's keep cranking. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Larry Bird, three of the greatest Celtics ever, although I don't really consider Kevin Garnett a Celtic. Bird and Paul Pierce were pretty much lifers. Well, Bird was a lifer. Pierce was pretty much a lifer for his relevant career. KG came over and got him a title, or helped get him a title. This is a one. Where's Rondo? Why does it say Rondo? Oh my gosh, let's look at it. That's why, because there's three on the back as well. Wow. Robert Parrish on the back. It's a really bad autograph. Robert Parrish on the back, Rondo on the back, and Bill Russell on the back. Hell, now we're talking. That's a cool that's a 6 autograph card. 3360. Serial numbered 1 of 1. I like Upper Deck Black. Most people don't. Those autographs look streaky to me, but I'm not an autograph collector. Here's an interesting card. My good friend Andrew Goldberg, CEO, CFO, CVO, COO of the Luka Nation Network, messaged me about this SP Game Used LeBron second year patch autograph. He's like, would that blue print dot on the patch bother you? Hell yes. I would never buy this card. Is it a great card? Maybe it's worth more than $3,360. I don't know. I wouldn't buy it for $1,000 because I'm too OCD to look at that patch and not see the damn dot. If you could kind of like white it out or whatever, or maybe you want to crack it out and fix it, or I don't know. I don't know what's tampering and what's not, but let me know in the comments, would that bother you? It's just me. I'm not saying it's a bad card. It's awesome. It's a second year patch auto LeBron, for God's sakes, and it's serial number to 100. It's really amazing. I just couldn't possibly live with myself and have that card in my collection. That's just me. It's like having a BGS white label. I struggle with that. I have a couple, but I struggle. The best card I own is a BGS white label. It drives me freaking bananas. But right next to it, we've got a NBA silver sticker, Trae Young, choice Prism Tiger Stripe 3480. People are still buying animal prints apparently. LeBron James holding up the MVP trophy, I think. 2016 Select Prism Gold. I think that's courtside. That's what courtside looked like back then. It's kind of like that X-Fractor pattern. I don't really dig it. I don't think it looks really that great. But it is serial number to 10. It is LeBron. It is BGS 10, and it is a pop 3. So 3480 for that one. Limited logos, Bird, BGS 9, 3480. Bird Magic, PSA 8, 3480 with an E sticker for exceptional, top 15%. John Morant, serial number to 25, patch auto, 3720. Kobe X Fractor from 2003, Topps Chrome, PSA 10. That's only serial number to 220, so pretty meaningful card right there. Again, 2003 is probably after maybe 96 and 97, probably one of the most popular years of Topps Chrome. Not coincidentally, it was Bosch and Wade and LeBron and those guys. Melo, 3720 for that one. I've never understood this card. Every time I see it, I'm looking for something that explains why it looks like it's on a baseball. But it is the Upper Deck Sweet Shot LeBron James rookie patch auto, BGS 8.5, 3720. Looks like a baseball to me. Maybe that's the purpose, but I don't understand the corollary. The Dominique Wilkins sticker, super low pop sticker here. XRC for Neekers, 3,840 for that one. A very rare 1998 Topps Chrome Preview Refractor Jordan. These were real tough on centering. This one is no exception. Got a 9 for centering, which I think is pretty damn generous. 4,080 for this BGS 8. That's a high grade copy. Those are really hard to find in high grade. Speaking of, right next to it, the 1998 Skybox Premium 3Ds Kobe Bryant PSA 10. This is a Pop 11 card. It sells for 4,080, and I've got him pulled up. And you know what? Let me go ahead and tune you in. That's what the Bird Magic PSA 8's doing. Up 2.06%, which to me is flat. And again, it's never going to be perfect because so many of these 8s look better or worse than the other. But you'll see on here, pretty steady, right? Over the last 3 months, that's what you're looking at. Of course, it's been a horrific bloodbath over the last 2 years, down 64%. Wouldn't it have been nice to time that market better? But over the last 3 months, that's what you're looking at. Pretty much flat. What is it over the last month? Let's see, because this is a pretty common card. Pretty much flat. I'm not even going to get into it too much. But the Kobe Skybox Premium 3Ds, there's the card. That's what we were looking at. It's a Pop 11 card. It's sold 12 times in history. As a Pop 11, the card has gotten as high as 35.56. That was the all-time high ever 5 months ago. And then it sold last night for 25.50. So from 35.50 to 25.50, down about 1,000. Great all-time investment, up 1,171%. Of course, but even over like the last year, it's kind of flattened out. So we can kind of figure out over the last year, over the last 2 years, it's only sold 3 times. So not an easy card to find in PSA 10. Here's a not so poor man's rookie patch auto alternative, right? It's not the flawless, it's not the immaculate, it's not the national treasures. It's the Crown Royale, and I think these cards look great, and they are notoriously miserable on the corners. And so finding these cards in high grade is literally like finding Sasquatch. And I don't mean Steven Adams. I mean the real Sasquatch or the fake Sasquatch or the mythical Sasquatch. Look at the corners. If you look closely at this card in particular, there's no question that's why the consignor decided to get this thing graded authentic only, because it probably graded a 7. I guess possibly an 8 if they were crazy generous, but I'm not known PSA to be generous anytime in the last 3 or 4 years. So that's probably why they opted to get the auto graded. The auto is what matters. The auto got a 10. The card got an authentic. 4320. That's a serial number to 25 John Morant card with a really good looking patch from Crown Royale. Let's look this card up. This is the Zion. It is his 2019 Immaculate Collection True RPA. So it's serial number to 99. This is the big dog. It's a 2-color, sort of lame patch. The thing people don't like about these Immaculates, from what I've gathered in the hobby, is the tiny little patch window. It's tiny compared to the National Treasures. Like, even look at the Crown Royale. Look how big that patch window is. Probably twice as big. Maybe 2.5 times as big as this Zion patch window. Let's look it up. Nope, that's not it. Let's look it up. Nope, maybe I didn't look it up. I didn't look it up, in fact. But you're going to trust me, that card was like $9,000 about 7, 8, 9 months ago. So it's about a half price discount right now on Zion. He's in, he's out. He's in, he's out. He's in, he's out. And then Ingram is just out with a bruised toe for 25 freaking games, sinking my fantasy team. Really interesting serial number up here at the top, for those of you not familiar, but this is the 2003 Upper Deck MVP. It looks a lot like the regular version, which is a really boring, really high print run card, but this is not any ordinary card. It's serial number to 25. It's the black parallel. BGS 8.5 goes for 4320. The green Kobe Bryant PSA 10 goes for 4320. Bird PSA 10 4320. Horizontal, again, horizontal. This is the Emerald. Yep, serial number to 5. Patch autograph John Morant from Flawless in 2020 goes for $44.40. And I hate to do it, he who shall not be named, I gotta look him up because something is going on. His sticker went nuts a couple of weeklies ago, and now we're gonna look up his Fleer because I've got to show this to you guys. Doggone it. The Isaiah Thomas 86 Fleer PSA 10 for some reason is jumping. Over the last 2 years, we know this. 86 Fleer PSA 10s have gotten absolutely destroyed. And for whatever reason, Isaiah Thomas's card is up 69% to $44.40. Of course, it did sell for $6,600, but for this card to even be remotely 67% of its highest sale price ever is absurd. As we saw with the Alvin Adams, as we saw with the Neeks, as we saw with the Ewings, as we see with the freaking Jordans. This card is worth 67% of what it was at its all-time high, square smack in the middle of first quarter 2021. That is very rare. But it did it again last night. It jumped all the way from $2,900 all the way up to $44.40. Somebody let me know what's going on. Why would anybody want to collect this jackass? God, I gotta stop saying bad things about Isaiah, but it is my channel and I don't like him. So I guess unsubscribe if you like Isaiah. I'll save you the trouble. Serial number to 25, Lux, kind of a random Steph Curry patch auto. Cool looking card, I guess, $45.60. We see this in every auction. It's the LeBron SPX, serial number to 750, patch auto, 7.5, 10 for the auto, $45.60. Another Steph Eminence thing, $4,800. Triple autograph, LeBron, Carmelo, and McGrady. That's a cool triplicate right there. It's only serial number to 3. PSA 6, something is really wrong with this card. I gotta believe it's a surface issue maybe. Or somebody scribbled on the back of it. Damn, that's crazy. PSA 6, but $4,800, pop 1, none graded higher because it's probably sitting in a box somewhere. And here's the first card that I lost out on. I own this card in a BGS 9.5 in my high-end Jordan collection. I was trying to pick up the PSA 8 for at or a little bit below comps. Didn't work out. $49.20 for this card. It did have a sticker. That's probably why I didn't get it under comps. It's not really high on my list of cards to get from my PSA 8 Jordan collection. For those of you who don't follow my channel, I've got a PSA 8 only collection of Jordan that goes along the side of my high-end, high-grade Jordan collection. So I was trying to pick up this gigantic poster board XRC Jordan from 1985 Interlake. I've got him somewhere in here. There he is. I was probably at about the $47.50 mark, maybe something like that. But the card's been pretty steady lately. $4,800, $5,100, $4,900 for the sticker. So that's what the card's done. Over 2 years, it's way down. Half price discount for everybody. It's only a pop 47. If we look at the card in high grade, it just isn't easy. The PSA 10 is a $70,000 card in a pop 8. With a 3% gem rate. Beckett's got a 6 times the gem rate for whatever reason, and so that's why you find the most available, affordable versions are in Beckett slabs. In fact, the Beckett 9.5 is worth less than the PSA 9. That's kind of silly if you ask me. A mint outselling a gem mint, but whatever, that's part of the hobby, and that's just PSA deciding to grade this 6 times as hard as Beckett. SGC has graded a few, never given out a gem, but pretty rare card, pretty interesting card. You should look into it if you don't have one. Again, mine's not for sale. I'm holding it for Cajun Eternity. I thought I could pick up that PSA 8 last night, but I was wrong. The first of 2 Zion Tiger Stripe BGS 9.5 sells for $5,000. Another Eminence looking Steph Curry patch thing, autograph, $5,040. Let's look up the 2009 Steph Curry PSA 10. So this is the regular old tops, not numbered, from 2009. That card's getting destroyed, of course. $369. The hobbyists deem that too much. There's too many cards. Over the last year, it's down 55%. Over the last 6 months, it's down 35%. After the last 3 months, it's down 35%. And under the last 1 month even, it's down 20%. Out of sight, out of mind. Steph missed about 10 games or something like that. Everybody was like, Steph for MVP, and then he got hurt, which just happens when you're a little person. An exquisite noble nameplates, Dwayne Wade, serial number to 25, PSA 8, sells for $51.60. And how about this one? This one calls to me. Vince Carter was a joy and a treasure to watch and a true gentleman and a class act in the NBA. $51.60 for his Topps Chrome Refractor rookie. Good looking color on that as far as I can tell. I didn't really look super close at it. But 5160 last night, down a little bit from the last one, about $1,000. Down 57% over the last year. Of course, we're judging from way back in April. How high did this card get at any point? $17,000. So it's come back down from $17,000 down here to $5,000. So about 1/3 of what it was at the peak. Pretty cool card. It's a pop 38, y'all. I mean, geez, that's a low pop card for a really good player. 38 of them exist. 51 of them have sold. So that card has seen its day. A lot of people were probably buying it as an investment card. Sold 11 times over the last 2 years. Let's get it going a little bit quicker. There's the other Tiger Stripe, sold for a couple hundred more. Another one, I was really surprised that I did not win this card. I'll be quite honest with you. I made a run at this card. I was over the last comp. I've got it pulled up. This is the Damian Lillard National Treasures sticker is your only option. Autograph, but a really badass patch, obviously, nonetheless. $5,280 for this minimum gem Damian Lillard True National Treasures RPA. There it is right there. $4,668. The card sold for. Before that, I bid probably right over $5,000 and didn't win it. So I was really surprised, to be honest with you. I was being very aggressive. $5,070 for the one before that. $6,000, $4,000, $3,800. Most of the patches are like these gray and red horizontals, right? Do you guys see these patches? That's what most of them look like. Last night's patch was unique, and I'm kicking myself for not pushing harder. I should have pushed harder for that. I don't have this card, and I need this card, and I butchered it last night. I didn't show up like Kyrie Irving. I didn't show up to play. And maybe Lugens Dort won that and knocked me out. Jordan and Rodman dual autograph. Again, I'm an Upper Deck Black fan. I don't own a single one, but I think they always look cool with that kind of silver Sharpie. BGS 8 goes for $5,280. Kareem posting up. Is that... Shoot, I should know who he's posting up, but there was just so many like thick. Well, I'm not even going to get into it. I don't know who that is he's posting up. If you know who that is on the Clippers from 1986 that Kareem's posting up, please put it in the comments. $5,280 for that Kareem PSA 10. Of course, we know his sticker's the big boy. Gold Refractor Kobe PSA 10 finest. Absolutely beautiful card. I don't collect Kobe, but you cannot look at this card and not think everything about this card is just badass in every way. The product, the fact that it's gold, the fact that it's serial number to 39, only 39. It's a PSA 10. It's one of the 3 most collectible basketball players that ever existed. It's color match. It's a great action pose. I mean, what the hell else is there not to like about the card? The only way it could be better is if it was Jordan. LeBron 1 of 1 patch card, 5520 for that 8.5. Eminence rears its head again. I don't say ugly head, I just say rears its head. Serial number to 5. I don't know if they call those emeralds. They call it gold. Okay, so gold for Eminence is serial number to 5 apparently, 5640. I mean, this is crazy right here. Dwayne Wade PSA 1010 sells for $5,640. This Dwayne Wade patch autograph from one of the best products ever, Ultimate Collection, serial number to 250, PSA 1010, Pop 9 sells for the same as this freaking Zion Eminence gold patch thing that's not even graded. Let's look it up because I'm just losing my mind here. Where's that Wade? Okay, so we can't look up the PSA 10. Card Ladder doesn't have the PSA 10 in here. We can look it up in sales history, but I wanted to show you the BGS 9.5 sold for $1,730, and that's a pop 176. The BGS 10 is pop 25 and only sells for $5,640. So somebody paid about the same for the PSA 1010 as the BGS 1010 last night. So that's interesting, in my opinion. Dual autograph, Jordan and Doc, 5760. Let's look up this Wilt. We got to look up the Wilts, right? Let's give vintage some love. 1961 Wilt, PSA 5. That card's down 27% over the last year. It is a nice little jump over the last one, up about $979 and a few cents over the last sale. That's a pretty good looking copy, if you ask me, with the incredibly racially insensitive Indian on top of the card, dribbling a basketball with, it looks like a snake chasing the basketball, but I'm sure that's just supposed to be the motion of the basketball. Again, what a horrible color combination. I mean, I know it reeks of vintage and meaning and all of those things, but like, what a terrible choice of colors to pair together, like maroon and dull pink. That's just nasty. And then an orange basketball, and then like honestly a maroon Indian as well. It's just horrible choice of colors. Steph Curry patch autograph from 2012, immaculate 6300. A Gem Mint 10 cracked ice serial number to 25 Spida Mitchell card. Is anybody more on fire than him? The 2007 Topps Chrome Durant Refractor. These were serial number to 1499. 6600 is what it sells for last night. That is right on the number. It's actually up a little bit over the past few, despite the fact that it's down 22% over the last 6 months. Over the last 1 month, it's actually up. So it's kind of stabilized, even though the fact Kevin Durant's out, and we don't really know how long he's going to be out. So keep an eye on that. Again, hopefully the people that are buying these cards are not short-term flipper types. And hopefully they're true collectors. That'd be great for the hobby if they were. 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron PSA 10. I warned you, don't look now, but good things are happening to this card. And yes, it's popped 8 trillion. The card last night sold for $6,600 on PWCC. The same card sold for $8,100 on eBay auction and $7,700 on eBay auction. So PWCC not looking good there. Again, there's not enough eyeballs on the card on PWCC Weekly Auctions, to be quite honest with you. If you're looking to pick up deals, it's really the place to go. I don't know how else to say it. Like I said, I like PWCC, and I always try to be transparent. I just think it's a better place to pick up cards than eBay right now because they're not selling for enough. And for that reason, I'm not selling as much on there, but I sure as hell am buying. So I'd get your butt over there and check it out, these weeklies especially. And as always, you know, what you're going to see on the card ladder graph, remember, is they're going to take every card that sold on that calendar date, which is 6,600 and 8,100. They're going to average those two cards. And let me guess what that is. Let me see if I can get that. What is that? About 1,500 between them. So add about 750. So it's going to say something like 7,350 on here. Yeah, 7,350. I did it. I told you Cajuns can do math here and there if you give me enough time. So they just took the average of those two cards, and that's what you're going to see on your data point on card ladder. There's really no other way to do it other than put 2 data points, but each data point represents a day, and so you don't want to have 2 data points with 1 day, so they just take the average of the sales. Anyway, getting back to my point, over the last month, this card's up 25%. It's up more than that if you want to just take the 8,100 that the card sold for on eBay last night. So don't look now. Everybody's saying the same thing. Well, LeBron's cards are not going to go up as he approaches the scoring title because it's already built in. Well, is it? Well, apparently it's not because the card is going up. It's up 26% over the last 1 month. Let me put this theory to the test, and I may look stupid. Nope. The BGS 9.5 is up 32%. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. The card's going up. Good to see. Charles Barkley, PSA 10 sells for $6,600. Crown Royale Steph Auto 6,900. Another Steph playoff contenders. This is only serial number to 25. Yikes. 7,200. Dual autograph serial number to 2599. LeBron and Kobe 7,200. The Chris Mullin with the Kevin Bacon hair. PSA 10 with the tiniest little pair of underwear you could possibly imagine. Sells for 7,200. Very, very low pop. PSA 10 Hall of Fame rookie card right there. I think I looked this bad boy up. Yeah, he's doing some things. This is what the Mullen looks like. This is what I wanted to show you. There's something going on here. Isaiah Thomas is pushing towards his all-time high. Chris Mullin's rookie card just set its all-time high. No, not back here in 2021 in the middle of the first quarter bubble when it was a $3,500 card. It's doubled since the bubble. The card sold for $7,200 last night. Now, is it going to get paid? I don't know. It went $3,000, $7,200. This is where we need help. This is where we need Card Ladder and PWCC to work together to educate the hobby. I find it very hard to believe that the card sold for $3,000 last and sold for $7,200 last night. I find that hard to believe. I am a skeptic. I'm a very positive, optimistic person by nature, but when logic completely negates optimism, this is what you get. There's no way that card went from $3,000 to $7,200 unless somebody accidentally bid that much. I want to see if that card gets paid. You guys, we need to keep our eyes open, and I don't have the time to do this for you, but keep your eyes open if you're bidding on a card using comps from prior PWCCs and prior eBay sales. just make sure the card got paid for, because we don't want to use false comps, because that's kind of how we got into trouble in the first place in the hobby. So always do your due diligence on the comps when you're buying cards, especially big cards like this one. It's just hard for me to believe somebody paid 215 or 220% of what the card last sold for. It just doesn't make sense when every other 86 Fleer non-Isaiah card is going down. Steph Curry, Topps Chrome, PSA 9. I don't know if I looked that bad boy up. Did I? No, I looked up the gold. Yeah, okay, I looked up the gold. Next, we got the gold. There's the gold. This is the regular Topps gold, serial number to 2009, and that Steph Curry is right on the number, 8,100, down about $700, but pretty much right on the number, down 10% over the last year. People seem to like that gold, even though it's Topps and not Topps Chrome. Here's a card that I own in this exact same grade. I think the PSA 10 is a pop 1, but this is the Jordan 1996 cut above. I've done an Explore the Card episode on this card. Very recognizable, very gorgeous, very often faked Jordan insert from the 1996 EX2000 set. This is a BGS 9.5 Min Gem. Let's look this bad boy up. Here it is, down, like significantly down. Look at the trend here, 18,000, 13,000, 12,800, 15,000, 11,700, 12,600, all the way down to 8,600, all the way down to 8,100. So less than half of what the card sold for 7 months ago. Over the last year, Bloodbath City, pop 29. I wasn't lying. Look at the PSA 10, pop 1. Card Ladder estimates it as a $12,000 value. I've got good news for you. It doesn't. It's probably a $50,000 card if I had to guess. And of course, the great Northeast Sports Cards owns that PSA 10, that lone PSA 10 copy. Congrats to Josh on that. Steph Patch Auto 8,400, LeBron Refractor PSA 9 8,700. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. Here's a badass card. It's Bill Russell PSA DNA autograph PSA 3. Of course, it's wildly off center, but it is autographed by the great Bill Russell, legend. 8,700 for that card. Steph Curry horizontal patch auto from Immaculate, serial number to 59,000 for that one. Stadium Club, here's a card that's near and dear to my heart. I own this card in this grade. PSA 10, Beam Team, the members only parallel. So this is an example of the parallel insert. Again, we go back to that dilemma that I posted on Instagram recently, the video where I asked, are inserts rookies? A lot of people think this is Shaquille O'Neal's best rookie card. Some people say, well, it's not a rookie card, it's an insert. And not only is it an insert, it's a parallel insert. So it's not a rookie card. Well, I think it is. PWCC thinks it is because it says rookie on it. It gets the picture gets even muddier if you look at ultramodern cards, because now they have the RC, the rookie shield on there. Cards back then didn't have rookie shields on there. So there's a lot to it. Again, the most famous card in the history of our hobby is the 52 Mantle, and that's not a rookie card. So, again, I don't know how much it matters, but it is something interesting to discuss and try to factor in when you're trying to value cards. But anyway, this Shaq Beam Team members only goes for 9,300. That's a nice uptick from the last one. Almost 1,800 up from the last sale, which is good for me to see, because I think I bought mine. I don't want to say that's mine. But I think I paid right at 10 for mine. I don't remember when I bought it, but it's only pop 59. Really tough card to gem. In PSA, it's a 6% gem rate. In Beckett, it's a 2.9% gem rate. So just a really hard card to gem. And I think it's a great Shaq rookie card. It's almost a color match perfectly with that Velocity black, light blue Velocity pattern. It almost matches the Orlando jerseys. I think it's an awesome card. Another Bill Russell, exquisite limited logos, which is, as I just mentioned, with the bird, one of my favorites in the exquisite collection. That is one of my favorite insert sets, the limited logos. I just think they're gorgeous cards. 9,600. A BGS 10. I own this card in this grade as well. 9,600 for this Jordan. It's got Kobe on the back. You just got to trust me. 9,600 for this one in BGS 10. Let's look it up. Holding steady. It's actually down 3% over the last year, which is, I think, a win in this market, right? Most cards are down. This card's held its head. There's only 27 of them out there. There's 164 BGS 9.5, so a lot easier to get that. And there's 88 PSA 10s There's only 27 BGS 10s. Based on this chart, I think the BGS 10 is a little bit undervalued. Yes, it's my card. I'm not selling it. I'm not pump and dumping that card. But, the fact that there's 1/3 as many BGS 10s and it's only worth a few thousand more than the PSA 10, I don't know. I mean, I understand the PSA 10 brand carries a premium, and I'm all about it. I get it, and I pay for that premium all the time. But that BGS 10 seems underpriced to me. Pop 27 makes a pretty rare card. I think it's a 4-figure card for sure. Ultimate Virtuoso, LeBron, 2007, Game Worn, Patch, Autograph, 9,900. The Scoring Kings, this little guy is starting to make a little jump. Pop 97 card, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Pop 97 card. It dipped all the way below $10,000 to 8,079, and then it jumped to 9,500, and then it jumped to 10,250. My good friend Cage bought, sold, and was going to wait and jump back in on this card because he really wanted it, and I told him, I was like, you should have bought this one. And he didn't, and I know he's going to be regretting it. So just 2 months ago, it was $8,000. This one sells for $10,250, assuming it gets paid. So it's actually up 10% over the last 3 months. The card once hit close to $20,000 if I'm not mistaken. Let's pull it up. The card went well over 20,000, 21,600. I don't want to tell you what I paid for mine because it's ugly. All right, I'll tell you. I paid like 18,000 for mine, so I'm getting my ass handed to me on that card. It'll be a long time, or maybe never, that this card ever gets back to 18,000. But I like my copy, and again, Cajun Eternity not going anywhere. Jordan Black Diamond, Geomography, Autograph, Pop 1, none higher, 10,800 for that card. We see this card a good bit. The 2003 SP Signatures, Jordan 9.5, 10, 11, 1. The Lynchpins, one of my favorite cards. Jordan wearing the Concords, executing the step back to create that space to get that beautiful picturesque jumper off. 11,100 for that Lynchpins. Down from the last sale significantly, 2,500 down from the last sale. Really surprising to me. The card looked like it had started to trend upward, so maybe congrats to whoever picked this one up last night. I don't think this next one, if it does sell, there's only 26 of these bad boys in the world. I don't think the next one will sell for under 11,100. I think this was a great buy for whoever picked this one up last night. It is a mixed gem copy with a 9 for corners and a 10 for centering. The Ultimate Collection, LeBron, BGS 9.5, 10, autograph rookie card. What a gorgeous card that is. 13,800. What about the LeBron Topps Chrome Refractor? BGS 9.5, 14,400. You guys are going to vomit when you see this chart. Look at this chart. The 9.5 refractor once sold for, $104,000. And it sold last night, which was actually up, way up last night. 14,000. This card has gotten to $8,000 from over $100,000. That seems like too big of a drop. That's why I'm buying LeBron. That just seems too preposterous. I get it. 434 is not low pop. Then you got the PSA 10s, another 174. Okay, fine. There's 600 of them in the world. It's freaking LeBron James, man. That just seems way too cheap. That just seems way too cheap. I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. 14,400 is now the going price for a LeBron James BGS 9.5 refractor. Mixed gem. Here we are. We're on Rushmore. This is it. So we've got Jordan and LeBron, LeBron and Jordan. So it's a sweep, right? And then if we go back to the next four, it's LeBron and Jordan. If we go back to the next ones, it's LeBron and Jordan. So the top 12 are all LeBron and Jordan. How about that? Put that down in your notes. Jordan PSA 9 goes for 14.4. We look that up all the time. I'm not looking it up again. The card started to steady out somewhat, so it is what it is. Dual autograph here. This is serial number to 10 from SP Game Used in 2006. It's an 8.5 with a 10 for the autograph. It's a Pop 2, only one graded higher. 16,800 for that one. And then the two cards that catch my eye. One of the cards I already own. One of the cards I'm sort of looking at, and I thought about running at this and I decided not to. It's the LeBron Chalk Toss, right? That's what the card's affectionately known as. 2008 Topps Chrome, which has become a really popular product, not just for this LeBron Chalk Toss, but some other cards as well. Serial numbered to 50, BGS 9.5 mixed gem with a 10 for surface, sold for $20,400 last night. The last time that card sold, it was $26,000. Before that, it was $31,000. Before that, it was almost $40,000. You're talking about a card that has really, really come down. Before that, it was $75,000. So, man, I guess if there's ever going to be a time to buy that card, we've got to be either at or near that point. Only a Pop 24 card. Again, it's only serial numbered to 50. I'm sure this card's been cracked and resubbed a trillion times. There's 25 gems for Beckett if you include the 10. There's 8 for PSA. That seems like that's 33 gems. Wow, interesting. 100% gem rate for PSA. That's interesting. 8 have been submitted. All 8 of them have gems. That seems really odd to me. Really odd to me. Strange. So anyway, that card's on a death march, but it did finish as the second highest selling card in the PWCC Weekly Auction last night. And then lastly, we got the 86 Fleer Jordan sticker, which I thought I looked up. Yeah, there it is. Actually up, and this is an interesting card. It's at the top of mind for me right now. That's a story better saved for a later day. Hopefully it has a happy ending. I do own this card in this condition. It is a $43,000 card, up from 41, same as 42, up from 34. So have we hit the bottom on this? What do you think about this? This is the big winner last night, right? It's trending upward, definitely. It's up, what is that? Almost 10,000, 9,000 bucks, something like that, 8,000 bucks from the low of 34.9 over the last 3 months. If we look at it over the last 2 years, of course, it's going to be a disaster. The card got all the way up to, good Lord, $230,000. I don't even want to tell you the story. I actually had 2 copies of this card. One I still have. The other one I traded to a good friend of mine in Michigan, another great collector. I don't want to tell you what trade value I put on the card when I traded it because it is a sad, sad story. Let's just give you a hint. It wasn't $229,000. And so you win some, you lose some. But the card's on a clear downward path, although it looks like it has stabilized a little bit. It's hard to tell on these graphs, but over the last 3 months, it's up 9%. With last night's good showing of $43,200. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Hopefully, again, enjoy your Martin Luther King Day. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You're going to get these videos every Monday. I think we're going to keep doing this. I need to talk with PWCC and make sure we get on the same page. Yeah, I just do. Comment below if you like these PWCC recap videos. Based on the overwhelming number of views, I get the impression that everybody likes them, and it often gets a lot of engagement as well and brings a lot of awareness to these PWCC weekly auctions, which desperately need the eyeballs because I'll be honest with you right now, it's not a great platform to sell your cards on. I'm just going to tell the truth. I always told you I'd be transparent, and I'm telling you right now, you're probably not going to get top dollar. Some of them do, some of them don't. It depends on your price point and depends on the particular card. But it is an amazing interface and an amazing vehicle and an amazing place to buy cards right now. So I highly suggest checking it out. Hit the like button if you like this video or any of my videos. Believe it or not, it really helps me with the YouTube algorithm and it helps me to grow my channel and grow the number of subscribers. And while that is not my sole purpose for doing this, it is a purpose. I like to win. I like to succeed. I like to at least receive some form of validation that what I'm doing matters. And so, and I also want positive feedback on how to do things better. A lot of people say you talk too fast. And I'm like, man, look, if I didn't talk fast, it's already been a damn hour. It'd be 2 hours if I talked the pace of a normal non-Cajun person. So just bear with me. I'm doing my best. If I misstated any facts or numbers, please let me know. But hit that like button because that really does help me with YouTube. Again, I want to do this from my private island and I want to buy a helicopter, fly to the island, do these videos and all these videos for you guys and pump that content out there. But I want to own my own island. I don't understand why that's too much to ask. It seems like a reasonable request. I've got a big family. We're already outgrowing our house. I figured if I have an island, that's plenty of room to spread out, maybe even have some more kids, and then just kind of go from there. So help me buy an island. Jeez, man, that's really not a lot to ask. Hit the like button. I'm just kidding. You know, I'm just joking. I'm not going anywhere. I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because I don't care about any of that stuff. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Again, enjoy your MLK Day games. Go watch these NBA games. Congrats to anybody who picked up cards last night. It's always fun to get a cool mail day. Another cool thing about PWCC is if you have a PWCC vault and you win a card in a weekly auction, it shows up in your vault instantly when you pay for it. No shipping, no worries, no eBay bullshit authentication. The card shows up in your vault right away. That is one very positive benefit to being a vault member and winning an item on the PWCC Weekly or Premier Auction. So I think the PWCC Premier Auction ends maybe this Thursday. I'll probably need to do a video on that, which I will. I think recapping what's going on there. I might even have my eye on a couple of those bad boys in that premiere if they go too low, some low-hanging fruit. You never know. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Enjoy your MLK Day, and peace.